feel best in the tiny dresses. So
Hello, my name is Ewurama and this is Girls Talk on your super station, brought to you by Savannah Diaries. It is a lovely day and we thank God for our lives. Now today what we're talking about has been going on and off, on, off, and it even birthed pepper them and sugar them. We are in the era of feminism. Now today's topic, does taking care of your husband amount to slavery? Feminism and marriage. Now feminism, they classify as a modern marriage and then a cake marriage. My name is Ewurama again, and this is brought to you by Savannah Diaries Multimedia and supported by Time Media Productions, Wear Nation Ghana, Dainty Looks, Azu Collection, and Top Visage. We'll go for a quick commercial break. We'll come back, then I will introduce our guest, then we'll take it off. We'll be back.
some girls feel best in the tiny dresses. So
Welcome back. Feminism and marriage. Thus, taking care of your husband amount to slavery. My name is Ewurama and this is Girls Talk. We have in the studios Kwame George. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And then I think Josephine is never leaving. You are stuck with us forever.
I'm home.
You're welcome again. And you're looking dashing today.
Thank you, my baby. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, today's topic, feminism and marriage. That's taking care of your husband. So that means I'm coming straight to you, Josephine. Does taking care of your husband amount to slavery?
Okay, so I will say hello to our viewers out there. And touching on the topic, feminism and marriage, taking care of your husband, does that make you a slave? Or
Yeah.
not? I'm not married. However, I know that as a woman, from how I was brought up, I know that as a woman, I am responsible for my home. Taking care of my husband is one of them. It must be a priority. So if I'm taking care of my husband, if that is what defines slavery, then I really don't know. But I know that taking care of your husband is your responsibility as a wife, and will never make you a slave.
Well, are you trying to say that you're a feminist yourself?
Yeah.
You know, but you have heard these stories, especially from the Pepper Them. They're saying they're changing the narrative, where we're switching things that the man would do. The man would take the place of the woman, and then the woman takes the place. If I am wrong, you could correct me. I stand to be corrected, though. That the man also takes part, like we discussed the other time, takes part in the house chores. We've had Pepper Them coming out first, saying, putting like in the scenario, if the man was to get pregnant, if the woman was supposed to come forward and propose and say, "Oh, I'm going to take you out, I'm going to buy you a car," it was a whole lot of stories coming up. And then we had the sugar dams also being born and also came out with a different story. Gone are the days, we all had it that the woman is supposed to be in the kitchen. She takes care of the home, the babies, and then the man goes to work, come put money on the table. And then we have seen in our side of our country, northern region, where you see the woman riding the bike, backing the baby with firewood on the head, doing everything, practically everything, going to the farm and back. Come meet the woman, relaxed at home, crossed legs, because he is the man, he paid the dowry.
Not to cut you short, let me define, or at least my dictionary on my phone is telling me that the advocacy of women's right on the ground of the equality of the sexes. That is what feminism is about. And Wikipedia goes ahead to say that feminism is a range of political movements, ideologies, and social movements that share a common goal to define, establish, and achieve political, economic, personal, and social equality of sexes. This has to do with the political ideology of feminism.
Right.
So, in a nutshell, what feminism is all about is women fighting for their rights, fighting for a way to be noticed, so that our voices will be heard. The fact that you are a feminist does not mean that you see the man, excuse me to say, like a cow, or you see the man and you think, oh, you are nothing, because we are all the same. We are feminists, yes, we advocate for the best. We want women to be out there, for their voices to be heard, to be able to take part in certain things in our society that we used not to. That is excellent, because we think it's about time the men get to hear our voices and know that we are better. We can do more than just being in the house and cooking. However, feminism did not say that when you are a feminist and you find yourself in your home with your husband, your marital home, and you are with your husband, it does not tell you not to cook for your husband. Feminism does not tell you not to wash your husband's clothes. I mean, I feel that we are changing the ideology of the whole feminism thing. What are we learning now? What do we understand by feminism now? Because we are getting everything so wrong.
Okay.
And as a Ghanaian, an African from Brunei region, from the home I come from, I don't see anything wrong with taking care of my husband. It doesn't take away the fact that I'm aspiring to be the best person I want to be in my life. It doesn't take away the fact that I can sit anywhere in public and express myself. It doesn't take away the fact that, I mean, I'm still a woman. It doesn't make me uglier or... it doesn't take anything away from me. So, I mean, I think we should come again because we are getting everything wrong.
So it is not slavery.
No.
Well, let me come to the man, Kwame.
Right.
It's funny, is it? Feminism and marriage. Your understanding since this started, this cry, this should I say fight started. It's been feminism. It's been set, well, from my stance, it looks like the feminist is against marriage. It looks like the feminist thinks that when she gets married, she has to have equal opportunity, equal rights of what the husband is enjoying. If he's going golfing, I'm going golfing too. If he's riding and we're having a side chicks, I'm having a side guy too. Everything the man does, she is doing too. She is not going to break her back into taking care of the kids, cleaning the house and everything. That is what we understand from. Kwame, is it the same understanding you have?
Interesting. Ewurama, to interest you to know that this feminism started way back.
Yeah.
In the 1831, 1832, started from France. And when you look at those who started this movement, when Josephine was defining that, she made mention of the share common goal. The goal that time was for women to have certain rights.
Right.
Because the women those days were looked down upon. They had no voice. Even they are not entitled to any opinion.
To some part, we're not even allowed to drive.
You don't do anything as a woman. So they started that movement first to get the right to speak in public, to be heard. Then there was another movement that they wanted to take part in politics. So, and even in some parts of the world, in the 18th, women were not even allowed to vote.
No.
So you cannot decide on who leads you. It's within the men.
Yeah.
So that started the whole feminism thing, that those days, women they were not treated as, excuse me to use this word, human beings, as if they are objects.
Okay.
They are just there. They don't even exist. So they started a movement. Now, feminism has gone through so many phases. The first wave came, the second wave, the third wave, and now we are in the fourth.
The current one,
where
the technological wave.
they are taking to social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just to project women. And one feminist said that you can take my voice, but you cannot take my pen.
Right.
Because I can write, I can block, and whatever is going on around me, I'll block and tell the whole world. So, in as much as you think I'm speechless, you can never take my pen. Right. So you see that this thing has grown, like it's gone viral. Like women are now accepted into society. Let me just put it like that. They are accepted into society and they have a voice. Now, let's put it into context. We are now looking at feminism and marriage. They are two different things.
Okay.
They are two different things.
How different?
Marriage is an institute established and ordained by God. You can't take that away. That is marriage for you. And it's something that is established on spiritual values. The rules and regulations are already spelled out. That when you are married, you need to submit to your man.
Yeah.
It's clearly stated. So if you don't want to submit, then don't get married. Yeah. Or go and institute a different marriage for yourself. But the marriage we have in Ghana now, even apart from the customary marriage, is a contract, because nobody at all can bless a marriage. You know that?
Yeah.
You must be appointed by the Registrar General to constitute that contract between two families, a man and a woman. So it's a contract. So even if you want a divorce, you have to go back to the court and state reasons
why you want
to abrogate this particular contract. So they are guided by rules and regulations. So this feminism and marriage, they are two different things.
It doesn't work together?
Unfortunately, in Ghana, this Pepper Den ministry, it's so sad. So sad that even within the women cohorts, they don't agree.
Yeah.
Because sugar them is also, it's not for the men, it's for the women. Sugar them.
Sugar them is more of supporting, trying to cater, more like pamper them, more like pamper the men.
We have to pamper
them. So there are two different ideologies within the women cohorts.
Well,
they are
Sugar Dem came out of for the fact that Pepperdam was making waves. No.
Sugar Dem came as a result of Pepperdam trying to mislead most of the women by inculcating some feminist activities into marital homes. But feminism is not.
We're changing
it's not solely about marriage. Even in your social life, at your workplace, you should be heard.
Yes.
You have the right to vote. You have the right to go to the kitchen and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You have the right to walk on the street in any attire you deem fit. So it's not specifically for marriage. But Pepperdam, if you look at or listen to their comments, you read about them, you realize that diffusing everything into marriage. Like, let's share the chores.
Like we discussed the other time.
Yes. Yeah. Are you getting the whole thing? But I don't see this going very far, because until a woman is able to pay a man's dowry, then fine.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're changing the narratives. To extent that they're going to be working hard and then change, that bit.
You can't change our culture.
Are we not confused? We are confused. This means we don't even know who we are. We have lost our identity. Like, we are trying so hard to adapt something that is so not us. We have failed in a way. What are you trying to change? For the woman to be able to pay the man's bride price?
Well, for me,
fine, go ahead. Let's
no. For me, I think they started this because of what they have seen.
What have they seen?
The woman breaking her back in the kitchen. Instances where the man would have to stop her from going to work and do the things that she loves to do.
Right.
Instances where the man will, state it categorically, your position is in the kitchen to take care of the babies you make for me. They're trying to change these. You know, it happens.
So that
you
is
won't,
the
you
pepper
won't,
thing.
you won't fall
And
there.
let me
You
tell
will,
you
it happens.
Some years back, what you're saying was very common. We used to see women who are like forced to abandon what they love to do so much just to take care of the home. Some years back. But God has been so good. Women have, learned a lot. Now, see the positions women are occupying. Are easy. It's a woman. We have great women. Look at Michelle Obama. Look at Oprah Winfrey. All these women are motivating the rest of us and making us feel that we can do more. But like I said some time ago when we had a discussion about chores, until we, the women ourselves, stop seeing the kitchen to be a wrong place for us to be, there is always going to be a problem. If you're a feminist, are you a feminist more than Gifty Auntie?
We'll come back to that bit. Kwame even reminded me on the story that happened about a purported picture that was circulating on social media. But hold on, don't get agitated just yet. This is Girls Talk on your Superstation, brought to you by Savannah Diaries. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Some girls feel best in the tiny dresses. Some
Welcome back. This is Girls Talk on your Super Station, brought to you by Savannah Diaries. Proudly produced by Nana Nkobia and awesome director by Joe Gamle from Time Media Productions. Face beat by Top Visage, my wonderful shirt by Wear Nation Ghana, also supported by Dainty Looks and Azu Collection. Today's topic: feminism and marriage. That's taking care of your husband, someone you said I do till death do us part, amount to slavery. We have in the studios Josephine Brago from Diamond FM and Kwame George, should I say, a media fan, a media philanthropist, or should I, a media, everything in media.
Whatever.
Yes. Right. So before we went on break, Josephine cited an example. Was it Josephine or Josephine?
It's Josephine.
Yeah, about Gifty Auntie, if they are more feminist than Gifty Auntie. You saw that picture.
Yeah.
I believe it was cropped. But this was what happened. People saw this, and this is exactly what I was saying, misconstruing. We're getting the messages wrong. We feel because she talks about women standing up for their own, voicing out their grievances, it means they should not respect the man. Yeah. That is what is happening. And then when they see it, they saw a picture. Hey, you went haywire. Oh, you are the same person who has been saying this, and you're kneeling to a man. You're the same person doing this, and you are kneeling to a man. You saw this, Kwame. What did you make of it?
It's making him laugh.
Actually, she came out, she wrote on her Instagram page that that particular picture, yes, it's true, but she wasn't kneeling.
She wasn't, actually.
The husband bought her a stool, and she was overwhelmed. She sat on the stool and decided to hug the legs of the husband. Fine, but she went on to add a very good point by saying that, but what is wrong if I kneel before my husband? What is wrong? Mm-hmm. I'm still a feminist, and I still think
that is why I think people are getting it wrong. They're thinking being feminist means you're against the man.
That's why I said they are two different things.
Yeah.
We shouldn't.
The man is the enemy.
We are at war with the men.
Even if you are at war with the men, not in your marriage. You can be at war with the man at your workplace,
but
in the market.
Why would you even be at war with the man?
At the entertainment places.
Yeah,
probably he'll try to be bossy. Okay, but when you come to marriage, it's a different ball game. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's very different. You see, she asks, what is wrong if I kneel before my husband? There is absolutely nothing wrong. You see, we are deviating from the core values, the theory of feminism. You see, some men still think that women are sex objects. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you getting the whole thing? They are being harassed, they are being abused,
disrespected and all.
Yeah, before they give you an opportunity to showcase your own talent as a woman, you must trade sex.
Yeah.
Are you getting the whole thing? This is where feminism comes in, to stand and say that, hey,
you cannot do that.
I won't do this. Are you getting the whole thing? But not to come and prove a worthless point in the kitchen or in your marital home when the man put a value on your head. Are you getting it? At the workplace, there's nothing to lose. You went looking for a job. You go seek for a job and he gave you the opportunity. Probably he's the owner. He's his business. But in the marriage, the man has placed a value on your head. He paid a dowry on you. And in some families, even if we are educated and they see that you can be more beneficial to the man, they increase the value of your dowry. Oh, yes. You pay more cows. Are you getting the whole thing? Because they think that they have invested so much in their daughter and you will come and reap from her. So they place more value on you. And so imagine you buy your own car and your car
that is not selling.
That is not selling.
It's not selling.
That is not selling.
But they've placed a value on you.
You are taking this woman from her parents' home.
To take care of her. Because nothing about her concerns the family again from that day onwards. When she dies, you bury her. When she is sick, it's you.
You take care of her.
Yes. Are you getting the whole thing? So you have just gone out there to buy a responsibility. Bring it home and just take care of your responsibilities as a man. You have purchased it. Not that you have bought the woman, but you have added another responsibility onto your responsibilities. Imagine you buy a car. You go and buy a V8. Government even says you should pay 3 points. Above 3 points, or you pay more tax. No problem.
Well, now
you buy your own car, very expensive car, and now the car says it's going to ride you. Yeah. You will not ride the car. No, to some extent,
it doesn't,
the car can dictate to you. To some extent, they say, hey, if you don't buy fuel into me, I won't move.
Well, definitely, without a fuel, he's not moving.
So you buy. But the car will not say that, even if you buy fuel, I will not move. Are you getting the whole thing? So it's the Sugar Dam ministry is about, see, let's put this fight aside about equal opportunities. Let's collaborate. Don't forget that we are fighting for a common goal. And a marriage is a union. And in a union, you should have a common goal. This is where we are going. How do we get there? How do we achieve this? Okay, let's come to the table. Let's do this. It is not your right. You may be privileged to have a very understanding husband who can come to the table and take chunk of the work. When Pepe them wrote on their page about when you cook for your husband is slavery, like you are in a bondage, you are a slave. This guy, Ezankuma, hit back by saying that, look, a man may not always be at home. A man may not go to the kitchen, but so far as he's able to put or lay down the processes that brings about food in the house, that puts the house in a good shape, and everything is okay, then he's worth doing it himself. I made a point the other time that, look, if you think you will not cook and I bring a house help, at the end of the day, it's food that the house help will produce.
Yep.
Either you cook it or the house help does it. I'm paying for that service. So it's either I go and do it myself or I pay for the services. Are you getting the whole thing? So that fight, it's not really a fight. Those who brought about this thing, they were not fighting for marriage. For men to, they were fighting a legal cause, a human right cause, that we are human beings. We are entitled to speak. We are entitled to our opinion. We can also vote in public. Okay, we can freely move around.
Well, all in all, we are also humans. And
see, those feminists, let me just be sarcastic here. Those feminists, have any of them tried bridging any of the religious rules laid down, clearly distinguishing what a role of a man and a role of a woman? Have any of them tried it?
Well, it's a question.
Maybe a woman should try going to the cemetery.
Maybe one of the days we'll have them in the studios and then they get to
explain to us.
That one lady wrote something that, she's not saying that But let's imagine God was a woman. Why are we
Well, there's
assuming? Why are we assuming that God is a man?
Well, no, it's not. It's not even an assumption. And now they're thinking.
Feminism, keep it to yourself and leave God out of this. But anyways, Kwame said something. In Akan, when they come to marry you from your house, the family says that what say you anymore? Patrick, I can't bro saying.
I don't know.
You have
no, never can sound.
Well, you've given us the pride.
The pride. It's like you
place
understand.
value on you.
Like it's just, hey, please let us know who we are, where we are from, and where we are going as people. It's our culture. Okay, for instance, when you travel from the south and come up north here, the difference, what will make you see the difference between a northern woman and a southern woman is the way she dresses. Even though yes, things are changing or things have changed, but that is one unique thing. The northern woman makes sure that she covers herself.
Yeah,
that is her tradition, it's her culture. A northern married woman or a Muslim makes sure that she does not reveal parts of her body because it belongs to her husband alone. Does that make her a fool?
No, definitely not.
You understand? This is our culture. Marriage is something we hold so high. And it's something so dear to us. If you don't really understand what feminism is about, please just keep quiet and be at your one corner. And stop confusing people. Because that's how I feel. Young ladies now getting married, they get married less than 5 months, they are leaving their husband's house
because somebody's preaching about it.
They are acting all queenie and saying that, you know what, if I cook today, you're cooking tomorrow. I'm not even cooking, so can you get dinner?
Well, we have timetables.
You understand?
Yeah, we have timetables now.
This does not make sense to us as Africans. I have never seen a woman die because she's being a woman and taking care of her husband and her children. Unless you have a bad husband home who's abusive. When you go to any home, a Ghanaian woman's home, and see a woman who is irresponsible and doesn't know how to take care of her family, how do we call those women? People look down on them. They don't even regard you as a woman because we feel that as a woman, you are the boss of the house. However the house looks, however it becomes, it's your responsibility. So if you fail to make your home, no matter how successful you are as a woman, you don't get that respect.
That's true. No matter how you go, if you don't take care of your home, you never get that respect. Let's not complicate things. We'll be right back.
Some girls feel best in the tiny dresses.
Welcome back. We have been in the studios and we're talking about feminism and marriage, and we're asking you, does taking care of your husband amount to slavery? Answer again, strangely, Kwame and Josephine are on the same track. I must be doing something not right. I need them to go head on, against each other. I think we're going to get there one way or the other. But we're going to be wrapping up. And Kwame, are you still stuck on the fact that cooking and doing, we've talked about chores and we have, stated our grounds, we said what it is and what is not. And apparently, both man and the woman do the chores at home. But we disregarded the man's duty. Washing the car, electricity, everything was also house chores.
Yep.
Now, cooking. Naturally, the men do not even, let me not even start the argument. But you guys are not good at cooking. And then we do it all. Is that slavery?
Actually, I think...
do you see it as slavery? We're wrapping up. Do you see it as slavery?
Cooking?
Yes.
No. I think it's the choice of word.
Even taking care of the husband.
They shouldn't even use the word slavery, because if you are defining a slave, do you know who a slave is?
It's serious.
We decide what you eat, when you sleep.
You totally have
when
no
you
right
talk,
at home.
You are in chains. That's who a slave is. But when you have a freedom, you watch television, you do all kind of things, you think you are a slave. Probably they should say servant. I think the right word is probably they feel like they are servants to a master.
Okay.
But even that,
I think it
in
also
a
falls
group,
a little bit in
in a
slavery.
group and in a team, where two or more are gathered, they need to be a leader. They need to be a master. Are you getting the whole thing? Somebody must be accountable for everything the group does. So naturally, in every association or a union, somebody must be there as the leader of it. And if you are towing the religious line, you see that the man is the head. And you, the woman, you are supposed to submit to the man. So in the context of marriage, they've lost it.
Okay.
Completely. Because you are not a slave. Because saying that you are a slave, you don't even know who a slave is. You are not a slave.
Okay.
But you may be a servant. And talking about the leader of the marriage is more or less not automatically always the man. Sometimes the man is just the figurehead. Are you getting the whole thing? But the woman does everything. She controls the house.
Okay.
And to the public, they always think that the man is always the head.
Well,
but when they go to the bedroom, you know what they discuss? Whatever the man comes out to say may be the ideas of the woman, but you don't know.
Exactly.
It's about how they manage it.
Okay. Right, let's come to Josephine.
See, we've said enough. You understand? Kwame has just said something very important that I've been wanting to say all the time. Barack Obama will tell you how much his wife is his wealth. And he doesn't just know what he would have done without his wife. Are you better than him?
No.
Are you wealthier than him? You understand? So, women are very valuable. And some reasonable men see the value of a woman. Yesterday, I was asking a friend that, hey, man, you do well. Though. Charlie, taking a decision to say, okay, I'm marrying this person. How does it feel like? Because as a lady, I know, like, when you are accepted, you understand? It's not an easy thing to do. I know that the woman is also going to accept willingly because she's also going to sacrifice certain things. But for someone to say, okay, this is the person I want, meaning he saw something in you.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand? Love is what brings you people together. Do not let someone sitting here somewhere thinking they know so much because, excuse me to say, because they are not married. They think marriage is such a wrong thing because you, the woman, at the end of the day, is going to end up as a slave. Slavery is too much of a word to use. Slavery is something like a condition where you work
everything
so hard
is taken
without
away from you.
appreciation.
Yeah.
But come on, you are taking care of your own children. You are cooking food to eat.
And give some to your husband.
And feed your husband. Sometimes some of these men don't even eat at home because of the nature of
Right. We'll come back to that again.
We have to really
okay.
We have to come again as women.
Okay.
Feminism, marriage, two different things altogether.
Yep.
Don't mix them.
Okay.
Let everyone be at her own
their own lane.
Doing their own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feminism, marriage, two different things. Stay in your lane. Don't mix the two up. Don't complicate things again. This has been Girls Talk. My name is Ewurama Ato. Brought to you by Savannah Diaries. Makeup by Top Visage Beauty, Cosmetic and Personal Care. If you want to look this good, call them up on 0246 622754. 0246 622754. You want to look this good too? Roam about. Friday wear, African wear. Come out in your Wear Nation, Ghana. Call them up on 0242 018726. 0242 018726. We are proudly produced by Nana Nkobia and directed by Time Media Production, headed by Joe Gamley. My name is Ewurama Ato. Be you, do you, love you more than anyone else can love you, because through that, you'll appreciate whatever comes around you. Have a lovely day.